Yesterday we discussed like we can display output with concatenation operator with placeholders, and the third one is with string interpolation. Three concepts we have. So how do you display same output, this output with concatenation operator? It goes like this: console.writeLine sum of plus a plus and plus b plus is plus c. Plus run the code, you can find now. Whatever the output yesterday we tried with placeholder, same thing now you get with concatenation operator. Yes, same output. How do you get using string interpolation? Console.writeLine start with dollar sum of a and b is c. Control F5. This is the string interpolation. Sum of it in three outputs in three different ways we tried. Okay, and one more important thing is, especially with concatenation operator, there are few things that you have to remember. One is sum is plus a plus b. This is an issue with concatenation, I'm saying. Now what did you see here? First you have what? A plus b. First string, and string is followed by a plus b. So in this scenario what will happen is, since started with string, after that we write plus for any number of times. Everywhere plus becomes concatenation operator only. Everywhere. It means now the output what you expect here is sum is, you won't get calculated value. It doesn't become a plus b as expression. It becomes a concatenates b, it becomes. So it means the output what you get for that is sum is 1815 you'll get. Yes, second line you see. Not the calculated value, rather we got the answer as joined clubbed value 1815. What if you want to have this? Copy, paste, and do one thing. This a plus b you can keep in parentheses. Now control F5. Now you get your answer. Sum is 33. Because now what is happening? First sum is, after that you have plus, confirm it is concatenation operator. And this a plus b I placed in brackets, so that because of brackets that internal plus is called arithmetic operator. Internal plus, the one which is in brackets, that plus is called what? Arithmetic operator. That is how it works for us. A plus b, especially in a scenario when it goes with what? A plus b. It goes with what I said? Concatenation operator. And another interesting thing in this is, for example, if at all I write console.writeLine, if I write like this, a plus b, thus you don't have anywhere string in this fourth scenario. String I don't have. Because that you are missing with a string, you can see that a plus b plus becomes arithmetic operator and you'll get the result. Yes, 33. Same way. Here, console.writeLine dollar sum of a and b is A plus B. Yes. Close the quotation. Run the code. Last result is important. 33. It means when you are using string interpolation, not necessary that you should have always variable. You can even have mathematical expression. You can use what? Mathematical expression. If you use mathematical expression, what do you see there? What do you see in that mathematical expression? You can very clearly notice that because of that flower bracket, A plus B becomes your expression. Becomes your expression. Acha, can I write in the form of output like mathematical expression? Let's try. First A plus B equal C. Run the code. Last output you see, last output. Yes, 18 plus 15 equals to 33. Output itself is in mathematical expression. So these are different approaches we have been provided to work with output statement of what? C#. Okay. Now these all are different scenarios of displaying output of your application, output of your program. Now we will see how to deal with real numbers. How to deal with the real numbers. Okay. Now to deal with real numbers, one fundamental and the most important query, even for interviews, and that point is whenever you provide a real number, whenever you provide a real number like 12.22, I give real number. Simple thing I would like to highlight here is I didn't talk about data type, I didn't talk about variable, and I conclude that by default you are or by default you can say that a real number is always reserved with a memory of 8 bytes. Listen carefully, please. I'm talking about default. Any real number, any real number in C sharp by default gets allocated a memory of 8 bytes. Now, what did I give? I gave just a number, and I'm saying that its memory is reserved to what? 8 bytes. So, what I do now? Now I say A equal to, okay, A. Now you give variable. Now you should say which type of variable A is. If you do a mistake of writing float, it's error now. Yes, it's error. Why? Because float allocates memory.
Two bytes.
Float allocates memory to a variable A as 4 bytes. Float will allocate memory of what? 4 bytes. Okay, and how much real number memory requires? 8 bytes as well. So obviously 8 byte memory value cannot be adjusted in float 4 byte memory variable. 8 byte memory value cannot be adjusted in floor 4. Okay, that makes a difference. Okay, another interesting thing that what we learn is here. Now, you can see this also. Remove float, write double, error is gone. Perfect. Because now what do you notice? A 12.22 requires 8-byte memory value, 12.22. And double also allocates 8-byte memory value. So you don't face any problem. Perfectly it is going to respond. Issue will arise only when it comes to different memory allocation. Okay, try with float again. Error. Float is error. Yes. Now how do you resolve this error? At the end of the value. At the end of the value. Just simply you can put something called F. Bus over. Error is gone. Yes. Just keep the value F. Now what will happen? Just by keeping the value F, now you could very clearly notice that that we have been asked, or we have specified that that 12.22 value to be considered as what? Float type. We asked to consider 12.22 value as what? Float type. Just by adding it. Now it doesn't matter whether you keep small letter F or capital letter. Both are perfect. Print console.writeLine A. Perfect. Now no issues. Try with double. Double B equals to 9.22. You don't need to add anything because double directly works. Now I say console.writeLine B. Perfect. Control F5. Especially for double type, even if you add at the end D, even if you add D for double type, I'm saying it's not wrong. Perfect. It responds. Yes. For small letter F also no problem. For capital letter F also no problem.
Sir, one doubt, sir. After decimal point, how many numbers we can write?
Actually, it differs from data type to data type. Real related data type, three data types are there. Three data types are there. If it is what do you call float, you can have something called 6 digits after decimal point. Default, you can say. And if you're implementing the same for double, you can say actually one other important point also. Okay, when we use float and double both, what we notice that both will always provide approximate value. Both provide how much? Approximate. It means not the exact result. One more data type yesterday I said decimal. Real related three data types I said. Float, double, decimal. 4. So if it is float and double, they provide what I'm saying, approximate value. Decimal will provide accurate value. And if it is float, size is 4 bytes, and it can have up to up to uh, I'm talking about up to 8 digits after decimal. You want to see that? Default I'm talking about, please clearly understand. Default up to 8 digits after decimal point if it is float. If it is double, it can have up to 16. If it is decimal, it can have up to 28 digits. Right? So now do one thing. I'll just get back to you. Put 12, float 12, control F5. Answer is 12. I wantedly will give, wantedly, 22 by 7. 22 by 7. Execute again. How many you got? I said no, displaying first point I said 6 digits. Up to how many you can get? 8 digits. Default 6. Actually 22 by 7, if I say 3.14, it's a very big number. But how many you got? Only 6.
Mouse git move cheku.
Do you understand? So it depends on what we are going for implementation. If you are not giving anything, I can say 22.2 F. You yourself gave float value with 2 digits. So output is 2 digits only. Float how many digits, up to how many digits it can display? I'm saying 8. Double up to how many digits it can display? 16. And decimal up to how many digits it can display? 28. Who will provide accurate value? Decimal. Who will provide approximate value? Float and double, both. That makes a difference. Okay, Anand?
Yeah, okay.
No.
Our
Okay. Now, this is the point that we have basically connected with float and double. Actually, when you're writing float equal to 12.22, you're getting error, I said, no? And I asked you to put F here. So what you're doing, it's actually a concept called typecasting. It comes under. Coming classes, we have one separate topic to discuss in my coming classes. There I'll explain you what is its actual importance.
compulsory.
Sorry? Yeah.
It's mandatory to keep F, sir, after 2.2.
No, if you're writing float.
Okay. For double also we need to keep DR, no need of keeping.
Not required. For double it is optional.
Okay, sir.
For double it is optional, but for float compulsory you should keep. Okay.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Now,
Okay, sir.
coming to next scenario. And that scenario is, we have been provided, yesterday I already explained you about comments and all. So today we are going to talk on something additional about operator. Remember, if I say integer I equals 19, I want your I value to increment by +1. I want I value to increment by +1. So one approach you have is you can write I plus plus, shortcut way. Elaborated, you can write I equal I plus 1. Instead of writing I equal to I plus 1, shortcut is I plus plus, I'm saying. Means I value is 20 now. Simple. Okay. Now, if at all I write like this, Again I say plus plus I, console dot write line I plus plus also increments your value by 1, plus plus I also increments your value by 1. Both will increment your value by 1. Both. So first value of I is 19. After that I said I plus plus, so it becomes 20. After that I say plus plus I. Simple is that it says 21. Control F5. Yes, 20, 21. Okay, now next part of it. Now what we are going to learn is I minus minus part. Now let me complete, then I'll show you what actually the technical points on this topic. Let me first complete. I minus minus, console dot write line I, minus minus I, console dot write line I. Now what do you mean? First, how much is I value? I value is 19. You are incrementing by writing what? I plus. So what will happen when you say I plus plus? As simple, I say it becomes 20. So console dot write line prints 20. Then after that, what did I say? Plus plus I. Then if you display, what's the value you get? 21. As we already have seen, it will display 21. And after that, if you notice I minus minus less one value, it means it will display 20, and minus minus I will display 19. So remember one thing, whether it is I plus plus, internal evaluation is I equal to I plus 1. Even if it is plus plus I, then also internal is I equal to 1 plus I. Both are same. Okay, if I run my code, 9, 20, 20, 21, 20, 19. But make this point, I wantedly have written that statement, I equal to 1 plus I. Why? There is no such, there is no such, there is no such expression that which is made. No such expression, I'm saying. Whether it is I plus plus or it is plus plus I, in both the cases, expression is I equal to I plus 1 only. There is nothing called I plus 1 and 1 plus I. If at all, if I say it is 1 plus I, then I go answerless when I say I minus minus. Why you go answerless? Because minus minus I cannot write I equal to 1 minus I. If you write 1 minus I, then I'll get negative value. I get negative value. So that is the reason. Never say that, whether it is I plus plus or it is plus plus I. In both the cases, value of I remains what? Same. Internal working, I'm saying. I equal to I plus 1 for I plus plus, I equal to I plus 1 for plus plus I. Answer is what now? 20, 21, 20, 90. That's it. But a small point. In general, there is a difference now when I say postpone, prepone. If I use these two sentences, postpone, prepone. When I say postpone, it's something related with future. If I say prepone, it is something related with advance. Postponement of exam, preponement of exam. Postpone, what it will do? It is something related with future. Prepone, related with advance. Postpone and but do you notice any such difference here? Postpone, prepone related, any such difference you notice? Definitely not. We didn't notice any such difference. For me, post increment, pre increment, both of them are working for same. Both of them are working for same. The question is, where does it make a difference then? How do you justify that both are different? Okay. Now coming to the point, what we learn here is in order to find, but currently, as I very clearly say, no difference. Both are same, no doubt. But how does it make a difference? Now I'll write. Take one variable called I, set with 90. Take another variable called J, semicolon, and now I write J equal to I plus console.write line I equal to plus I plus J equal to plus J. But just I'm displaying I and J both values. I and J both values. But what is my point? You said J equal to I plus plus. What is I plus plus? Is post increment. I plus plus is what I said, post increment. Now interesting part is when I say J equal to I plus plus, interesting part is because you said I plus plus, that is post increment, increment will be cancelled. What it will do? Increment will be cancelled. Okay, and then what it will do? If increment is cancelled, then what it will do? First it is going to what? Assign I value to J. First assigns what I said, I value to J. It will confirm J is 19. J is 19. After that, I will be incremented, where I becomes now 20. It means I 20 and J 19 now. I 20 and J 19. Similarly, if I say J equal to plus plus I, and same statement if you write, now what happens, this is pre-increment. Last value of I was 20. So here it becomes 21. And that it will assign to J. It means I and J both will be containing the same value as 21, 21. I and J both will contain what? Same number, same value. What is the value? What is the value it contains? 21, 21. Okay, just 1 second. I'll be back in 1 minute here. So what I was saying, when you say post increment, what will happen? First J equal to I will work. And how much is J? 19. How much is I after that? 20. And when you say plus 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 I, what will happen? Whatever is the value of I last you have, that is 20, that will be incremented first. First it won't assign, it will increment. So I value becomes 21. that it will assign to j. It means I and j both are set to what? 21, 21. Go through that code, please. Okay, we'll go with the next part. If I say j equal to I minus minus, console dot write line, I equals to plus I plus j equal to plus j.
Sir, your voice is too low, sir. I cannot hear.
Oh, okay. Now can you hear me?
Sir.
So now, what is the last value of I? 21. Last value of I is 21. This is which decrement? Post decrement. It means decrement is postponed. Then what will happen? Postponed decrement. Then what is I then? 21. That will be set to j, which means now j value will be 21. After that, I gets decremented. So I will be 20 and j will be 21. If I say j equal to minus minus I, and if I display that same statement, now you can see last value of I is 20. Last value of I is 20. So that will be decremented first. So it becomes 19. And then that 19 will be set to j. It means I and j both will be 19 and 19. Run the code. 2019, 21, 21. 2019, 21, 21. Then after 2021, then after 1919. Yeah, 2021, 1919. Yes, all the ways it's working. So I'll give 2 minutes of time. Just go through this code. If you're comfortable, then we'll proceed for the next part. All four expressions you go through. Anand, Srinivas, both go through that code. If you have any questions to ask
Okay,
me,
sir.
you can.
Sir, can you explain once again
Yes,
last
sir,
line, sir?
understood.
Okay. Listen. First, j equal to I plus plus. In this, I plus plus means it will postpone increment. Means this part will not work. First, j equal to I will happen. So it means j becomes 19. After that, I increment, so I becomes 20. That is what happens. First expression. In second expression, what it will do, j equal to plus plus I when I say, I value last is 20. This pre. So first plus plus I will happen. So value of I becomes 21. Then it will assign to j. So j and I both will be 21, 21. Similarly, if I go with your things connecting with something called as minus I minus minus, last value of I is 21. So here it is going to assign the 21 to j first. So j is 21. After that, I value will be decreased to 20. Similarly, j equal to minus minus I. Last value of I is 20. So this is pre-decrement. So value of I first becomes 19. Then it will assign to j. So j and I and j both are 1990.
Okay, sir.
Okay, comfortable?
Yes, sir.
You have any still questions to ask? You can. Srinivas,
No questions, sir. Understood.
clear? Understood the scenario?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So now post pre both are not same. Post increment, pre increment are different. Post decrement, pre decrement are also different. Okay, now extension. Now what we do for the next scenario, I mean what we are going to learn. Now I is 19. I say console.writeLine. I concatenate plus plus I or I minus minus. First I'll write that. Concatenate. I minus minus I. Concatenate. I plus plus. Let's see how it works. Should be little careful now. How much is I for you? 19. I value is 19. So first you ask to print I. First you ask to print the value as what? I. That is 19. After that, what did you say? I minus minus. That is nothing but what? Post decrement it is. What is it? Post decrement. If it is post decrement, if it is post decrement, what it will do as a first it won't decrease the value. First whatever is there that it will print. It means now if you look into the output of this program, here I prints 19 first. After that, what do we have? This is post decrement. Here also it will print 19 only. Memory may it will be 18. Memory value will be how much? 18. Memory is how much? 18. When it comes here, taking that 18, it will come to this point. This is pre-decrement, so it will be direct 17. Here, memory it was 18, I say. Memory it was 18. When it comes here, this is pre. So first it will decrement and then print 17. And finally, here it prints 17. Thus, output is control F5. Yes. Go through it, please. Go through it. You have anything to ask me? You can.
So at last, actually, the last one, I plus plus, it should be 18, right? Normally, I mean,
17 only.
the memory value will be 18, right?
Memory will be 18, and you want to see that memory value. You write one more console dot write line. Prince, I know. Now you get 18. Next line, mein 18. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Correct.
Sir,
It
got
means
it.
here I plus plus prints 17, memory was 18, but that memory value we could not see only because we didn't write. That was memory value. So to get that memory value, I added one more
Yes.
console dot
Yes.
write.
Okay. Sir, got it.
Okay. Now you both try with this statement and send your answers through chat panel. Both of them I'm saying. 29. Console dot write line. I plus plus. Concatenate. I minus minus. Concatenate. Then plus plus I. Concatenate. I. I plus plus. Console dot write line. I minus minus. Concatenate. I. Yeah. Now you write both of them. So totally you should submit me 4 plus 2, 6 values. First line में 4, last line में 2. Second line output is 2. Send your answers to chat panel. Take your own time, but thoroughly you said. Correct values you said. Use chat panel in app GoToMeeting app and send the values. Whatever you're expecting for the result. Then okay, let me write my answers. Then you check. Now, first I plus plus. Below this I'll write. Its output I'll write. I plus plus. So it prints 29. 29. Memory it is 30. Memory it is 30. So this is I minus minus. So displays 30. In memory it is 29. 29. When it comes here, direct 30 and 30. 29, 3 30s. Then here 31, 31, and here I minus minus. You'll get 31. Memory 30. That 30 will display. So output should be 29, 30, 30, 30, 31, 30. Control F5. 29, 3 30s, 31, 30. 29, 3 30s, 31, 30. Go through once.
In between, there is a one more I plus plus,
Here I
right, sir?
plus plus. Yes, yes. And you should not calculate for post pre. Direct. What is the last value of I? 30. Increment by 31. Direct 31. That's it.
Okay. Okay. I calculated this one also. So I written everywhere that is at 29, 29.
29, 29.
Fine, sir. Got it. Actually, at I plus plus, I didn't consider the memory value. So that's why
You should not consider
I was
memory value.
mistaken.
Direct. Last value was 30. Na? Here I value. 30. Direct you should say 31.
No, at the first value.
First value. I plus plus it is.
First value.
You have to consider memory value for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anand, did you understand this?
Sir, but a smaller, sir.
Yeah.
If means it will be increased to 13, no, sir. Then output value 29 how, sir? A small confusion.
Sir, what? Ask again.
Here is I first in console or right line I plus plus, sir,
I
first
plus
line.
plus. 1 second. This post increment na?
It will be. Okay. Sir, then it should be 13, no, sir. Then how 29?
It is post increment. Post increment. If it is post increment, increment will not happen.
Okay, decrement, it will be decreased.
No. It will not increment, but it will display original value. 29 it will display.
Okay.
In memory it will be 30.
Okay, sir.
Ah.
Okay. So the memory value will be displayed in I minus minus.
That memory value it will take in next expression.
Okay, fine. I got it.
That
Sir.
way it works.
I thought that I plus plus means it will be increased to 30, then decrement will be the 29.
No,
I
no,
thought
no,
that like that.
no. It's not like that.
Okay, I got it.
Comfortable?
Yes, sir.
Chalo, right. I'll give you another example. You try this also now.
Yes.
Okay.
Now. Yes.
Take your own time. Don't be in hurry. Okay. I say integer
Yes.
something called as r equal to 42. Then first I write plus plus r console dot write line r minus minus concatenate r plus plus r concatenate r plus plus, then r minus minus console dot write line r plus plus, minus minus r concatenate r plus plus concatenate r. Okay, 3 plus 3, 6 values. Take your own time, then display correct values. I'll pause the video till you write your answer. Okay, first I'll write this like output. Here r is 42 plus plus r. You should not consider increment, not those all are irrelevant. Direct 42 is r value plus plus r becomes 43. Direct 43. This is post decrement. So value of r will be 43. Memory it is 42. Memory value 42. You can write on the top if you are interested. Memory values 42 memory value. On the top you write. Bottom is output value. Then consider 42 now. This is 43 because it is pre-increment. 42 was in memory value that it will consider for plus plus r. And you could see that r is now 43. Then memory also same. Memory same 43 only. When it is when it is pre, memory screen both will be same. Now here 43 memory 44. Here 44 value. Here it will decrease 43 direct 43. Now here minus minus r. So 42. I already said you. When it is pre screen memory both will be same 42 42. Here it will print 42. Memory it is 43 and output is 43. Now remove memory values. Screen values are found. We'll see once execution also. 343 is 42 42 43. Yes, 43 43 43 42 42 43. Go through. Where you committed mistake, you'll get to know. Okay, you're comfortable? Do you understand how the output is come?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Understood.
Clear now? Now, tomorrow's class में I'll continue with remaining open.